If you ever tried to simplify your home and felt like you were spinning your wheels, I totally understand where you're at. When my husband and I downsized from our big family home into this smaller empty nester house, I realized something shocking. I didn't just have too much stuff, I had too much for the space I was living in now. That's when I stopped trying to declutter and started learning how to right size. And let me tell you, that one tiny shift, well, that changed everything. Hello there. My name is Tracy Lynn, and let's have a conversation. Okay, most of the advice out there tells us to focus on emotions, what we love, what makes us happy, what feels right. And listen, that sounds great, but it's really hard when everything you touch has a story, right? So we've raised kids, built homes, and lived through entire eras of our lives surrounded by memories. So asking, does this make me happy a thousand times? Well, that's a one way ticket to decision fatigue. What I learned is that emotions aren't the best place to start. When you begin with logic and leave the feelings for later, everything suddenly feels lighter because you don't have to throw away your memories to make progress. You just need a process that finally makes sense. The right size living method is a practical, space based way to simplify the things in your home. So instead of asking, do I love this? We ask, where will this fit? That simple question is part of something I like to call space logic. It's about setting realistic limits or caps based on the space you actually have available in your home. So, if the shelf in your linen closet can hold 8 towels comfortably and neatly, that's your towel cap. If your coffee mug cabinet holds 10 mugs without stacking or playing a round of kitchen Jenga to make them all fit, well, that's your mug cap. Using downsizing math is all about practicality. And no, it's not deprivation, it's balance. It's letting your space, not your guilt, make the decisions for you. And once you see it that way, letting go becomes so much easier. So here's what happens when you start using space logic: you remove the guesswork, you remove the guilt, you finally see when enough is enough. And that's where peace begins. When you start with logic, you build momentum. When you see results, you gain confidence. And when you gain confidence, you're preparing yourself to better handle the emotional stuff, both calmly and without overwhelm. Now, let's be clear. This isn't about minimalism or picture perfect rooms. It's about creating a home that fits the life you're living right now, not the one you had 10 or even 20 years ago. When we right size, we create a home that works, breathes, and supports us in this new season. You've done the hard work. You've raised your people. You've earned a space that gives back to you. And that's what this is really all about: a calm, simplified home that finally fits you. Now, the right size and living method isn't just about setting limits, it's about freedom and flexibility. Because I know not everyone likes hard caps. That's why there are two other pieces that make this method work for every personality. First is what I like to call a location audit. Now, it's just a fancy way of saying we're going to rethink where things live. Maybe your kitchen towels are crammed in a tiny drawer that barely closes. So every time you try to put them away, it's a wrestling match. A quick location audit might simply mean moving them to a bigger drawer or even in a basket in a nearby cabinet. You didn't have to get rid of a single towel, but suddenly that small, annoying struggle is gone. That's what location audits are all about: making your home work with you, not against you. Oh, and then there's my favorite: overflow options. This one is for my rule breakers, the ones who say, I want to keep more, Tracy Lynn. Overflow options are what let you do exactly that. So we use clearly labeled bins, plastic totes, or item specific organizers to hold part of a collection so you can rotate things in and out throughout a month or even a year. Think hobby supplies, maybe extra or seasonal bed linens, or your gigantic collection of coffee mugs. That would be me. You still keep what you love, but your everyday space stays calm and isn't overstuffed. It's about flexibility, not rigidity, because the right size living method meets you exactly where you are. So, if this idea of right size living is clicking for you, give me a thumbs up, or better yet, leave me a comment. Oh, and for sure, stick around because we're just getting started. In the next few videos, I'll be diving deeper into space logic, location audits, and overflow options so you can start applying them room by room in your own home and life. Because this isn't about getting rid of everything, it's about keeping what fits your life today, right now. Now, make sure you hit subscribe and turn on notifications down below so you don't miss next week's video, where I'll walk you through how to set your first simple cap. It's quick, it's easy, and it'll totally change the way you see your space. And remember, you don't need a weekend or a gigantic plan. You just need a little space logic and the right size living method. Okay, that's all I have for you. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.